Hello there, and welcome back to the SWTVC show Nights right here on YouTube. It's the streaming home of the SWTVC crew, TVC March Madness, and the ongoing push for the continued existence, expansion, and success of the heritage scale of Star Wars collecting. Here, reaping what I've sown for the third Wednesday night in a row, it's me, Evan, aka Mile High Ground, and I hope you all are rested and cheery and thoroughly enjoying this year's event. The ride ain't over yet, though, so on tonight's show, we'll catch up on all the madness and take a look ahead at what's left in store. Can you believe that there is only 1 week left before we're right back here on this very channel, getting ready to reveal who will be the champion of the 6th TVC March Madness tournament? But in order to do that, make sure and vote in today's matchups. The polls for the Sweet 16 round are, at the time of this stream, still open. They close at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. That's a little under an hour now. So if you haven't voted yet, what are you doing? Head on over there to the link tree. It's there on the corner of this screen. Maybe one of my co-hosts will throw that in the comments here. And so just go do that and vote. It'll be great. So we always wonder if we're going to fill, an hour here, and then we end up having no problem doing it. So anyway, speaking of my teammate, I may as well just stop yapping and bring him on. Joining me tonight is a man who recently spent several hours wearing a clone trooper helmet and opening action figures in a video that you'll never see, not because of the figures falling down, but because he couldn't stop crying about Rook and Mara Jade being kicked out of this tournament. It's SW Collector 3.75. Tyler, what's up, dude?
Good evening, folks. And yeah, really, on the first round, really, guys, really? What did I do to you to deserve that? I'm just kidding.
You were just too passionate, man. But I think, officially all of the SWTVC team, all of our top wants, all of them are out.
I am working on something, though, but it's going to be a little more truncated this time because it was driving me nuts.
Yeah, so. You texted us after you were struggling with that for a while, and I could hear the frustration dripping out of a text message. So.
Dude, after about the 8th time they fell over, I was like, I'm taking this helmet off. I can't do this anymore. Where's the liquor? I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
God bless. God bless. All right, so let's see. We've got some guests tonight, and they are some awesome folks from around the TVC community. So first up, it's a fella who needs no introduction, but he's gonna get one because this many years on, people still can't seem to grasp that there are two entirely different dudes named John. So you may know him from the Star Wars The Vintage Collection Facebook group and as one of the brains behind one of the other major annual events in the TVC sphere, Last Figure Standing. He ain't Johnny Mustache, but he does still have some rad facial hair. It is John Miko. What's up, dude?
Oh, look, it's John Mustache. Look.
Mr. Miko.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. So it's easy for me. I'm not on the East Coast. All you guys are actually dealing with late times. So
Evan, I'm experiencing that thing where I can't hear him, so I'm going to back out and come back in.
Uh-oh.
Sounds good. Technical difficulties, folks. We're doing it live. It's fun. All right. Miko, how's life been?
Hey, #1 Glub Shido fan here. Doing all right. I'm a little sad. We'll talk about it. Talk about it. But I'm hanging in there. I might steal a line from you. I thought about, just jumping into traffic at one point, but I held back.
TVC March Madness is brought to you by all of our tenuous grasp on sanity and reality. It's good. Good. Great. Thanks for being here, man. So our next couple guests are a couple of first-timers to the show, and I am super excited that they're here. Let's see. First, though, I'm going to see if Tyler's ready to be back. Tyler?
Hello.
Cool. You can hear us
John,
again?
say anything, John. Just anything.
Anything.
All right. There you go. Perfect.
Love it. Love it. This show, we run a tight ship. So anyway, Our other guests tonight are first timers to the show. I'm super excited they're here. A huge part of why we do what we do is to bring this collecting community together, to rally the troops, get folks talking about this hobby that we all love. These guys are instrumental to this and have gone to great lengths to not only support us and engage with the stuff we're pouring our hearts and souls and sanity and patience into, but they've also tirelessly worked hard at creating space for us on their platforms and spreading the word to keep others updated and participating. So from the Vintage Collective Discord, we've got Darth Xander. How's it going, man?
Oh, good. And what an introduction.
We try.
Doing.
So
Wow,
before we get too deep into it, I'll bring on our next guest too. You've probably heard me mention this name, Trowerman, quite a few times. He's also a presence on Discord, and he's also a familiar face to the Star Wars TVC subreddit. It is Joseph. How's it going, man? Welcome to the show.
Howdy, y'all. Good to finally be here.
Thanks for being here, man. I'm glad we finally were able to get you guys on. It means a lot.
Welcome,
We're
guys.
excited.
Welcome. It's so nice to finally meet you guys after years of talking to you guys online.
Likewise, for sure. And I have things to talk to you about later.
Sounds ominous, but I bet it's good. So real quick, let's kind of go around. So Miko, what anything new going on over on the Facebook side of things, or how's all that stuff going?
Well, we hit 27,000 people, maybe like a month or month-ish ago. Not that we keep track of that stuff much, but nice to hit
Who's counting?
27,000. Don't worry, every now and then I gotta kick Kenner people off or tell them, hey, this isn't a Kenner group, but they still, I don't know. I don't know how they don't know that, but
Kenner finds a way.
Yeah, Kenner finds a way. But a lot of stuff starting to hit, so we're busy moderating all the acquisition posts and all that good stuff. So
Heck yeah, I'll make sure to spam you guys with a bunch of random posts that you have rules and other posts for, and I'll be like, no, but I'm special, Miko. Accept my posts.
Don't worry, we hear from Tyler anytime he has a pending post, because yes, we are a little slow.
Hey, you said it, not me. All right.
How dare you? So, but I appreciate you, man. I pop in fairly frequently, more frequently than you might think. So, seeing what's going on over there. So,
appreciate that.
Thank you, man, for being helpful with March Madness and making sure that it's posted over there so that folks over there can participate. We designed this also that none of it's contingent on being on any one platform, that everyone can do it. And that, so it means a lot that you're helping us, sound the alarm and get everybody in on this. So,
yeah, I'll say, John's only yelled at me one time. So,
yeah. Oh man, lucky you. I think he yells at me every day.
Just kidding. I passed out one night while I was downloading everything and gonna schedule it, and then I fell asleep. Right the next morning, I had a couple messages in Messenger. Oh, Johnny Mustache yelling at me. But just kidding. Anyways, he keeps me on top of it and make sure you guys make it very easy now. So no worries, man.
That's the name of the game. Although some folks do say that we still make it too complicated, but I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dog.
Yeah, no hoops, just hope.
Yes. Credit to Yak Face for that one. So
I love Yak. He's so funny.
So Darth Xander, you also are someone who has been, really instrumental in this, and the TVC, the Vintage Collective Discord. Correct me if I'm screwing that up. Is that the?
Yeah, no, you got it.
The given
Vintage
Christian
Collective.
name, the biblical name of the group.
Yeah, it is, and
Okay.
I think it may be Tyler that's maybe said it incorrectly every time to this point.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I thought it'd be funny to bring that up today because I knew that was going to come up. But yeah, the Vintage Collective.
The Vintage Collective.
So
Yes.
what all are you guys up to over there in the Discord?
So apart from the obvious why we're here, the March Madness, we definitely I think are most active in there in the entire month of March. But otherwise, we do a lot of or we have a lot of people in there that do like some very good toy photography. Like I think 200,000 units. One of our
Yeah.
influencers in there, he posted some really awesome shots today of Padme and Shakti. So those are really cool.
Ooh,
We do also have our resident 3D printing expert. I hope he's okay if I call him expert. Plo Koon is what he goes by in there. He does lots of cool 3D printing stuff in there. We have customizers as well that are in there. Utah Dawn is in there. 200,000 units also does custom work. Trying to think maybe who else off the top of my head, but yeah, we do it all over there. And I think the biggest thing with the Vintage Collective, like why I made it a couple years ago, was really to get all of the TVC stuff in one place. A lot of it, from the other Discord servers that I had been poking around, wasn't very active. I think the first one I ever joined was I think it was Echo Base or something like that is what it was called. That is kind of where I got the idea from, because I'm like, wow, this is really dead. So just wanted to create a place that's new. We try to keep up to date with everything, try to be all inclusive of our lovely hobby, and just give people a place to post that they feel happy to post in.
Your Discord is anything but dead. I struggle to keep up sometimes just because I'm monitoring so many platforms. I'm the monitoring guy, so like I try to be everywhere, and it's a lot of platforms and pages, and oh my gosh.
I've been trying to do that too, Tyler, and it's
no, eventually you just have to give up. I think right now I'm most active on the Discord, of course, but then also Bantha Skull, pretty much on there every day.
Shout out to Tuna. So
yes.
And I know that, so yes, you mentioned that you guys have a March Madness thread there, channel on the Discord, which one, dude, that blows my mind. Thank you for making that space. It's awesome to be able to have that, and had some really great interactions over there. Like, I think I joined the Discord back in the fall, and just you guys welcoming me and welcoming us and the stuff we do with Open Arms and being hyped about it is so cool. I know you guys have a Last Figure Standing channel for when that event is running. Yes. So Miko, you might have to get on Discord.
I am a bit of a boomer when it comes to Discord.
I put
listen, we try to make it easy for you.
Yeah. In fact, I think I put the invite link in the description of this video. So if you're watching this and you want to join the Discord, I think you can do that through the description here. So, and if that was an oopsie, Darth Sander, then tell me and I will delete it so that no one can join.
No, all good. We'd love to have all of you there. I think we just hit 180 members. Was I think a couple days ago, so that's really exciting. I had never thought it would even get 20. So
yeah.
180. It's small, but we're nothing to scoff at. I think it's one of the more active communities that I've seen. So glad to have anyone in.
Yeah, community's a community, no matter how small, dude. You gotta love it. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, heck yeah, man. Appreciate you. And then other guest, Joseph Trowerman. Now, am I saying that correctly? Because we're really big on pronunciation here. And Trowerman. Okay.
But you know how it is. Like you come up with a screen name back in high school or junior high, and it just sticks with you. So
yeah. Love it. So you haunt the Star Wars, Star Wars TVC subreddit. And I think I put that in the description. If I didn't, I'll correct that. And I know you're very active over there, and you've been, putting in the time. You're posting when we do it at midnight, when these things go live. Yes. And you're not just copy pasting stuff. You're writing your own thoughts and rundowns of these things. And it's just like, dude, salute you, because the less I want to write, it's hard to come up with a caption every day for these things. So, dude, you're right there with us.
I'm doing my best. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm seeing what's coming on and just pointing out there, here's what it is. Here's where the numbers are leading us. Here's what we found out. Oh, by the way, you need to go vote today.
Yeah.
Very first thing in every post is vote now when the voting is live.
Oh, we appreciate that, man. It makes our lives easier that we don't have to be the ones posting it everywhere. So again, all
Yes.
three of you guys, good Lord, you're helping us there. And Joseph, you're also quite active in the Discord as well.
I love being in the Discord. Discord has been a great place just to get out thoughts, and when you have a lot of quick interactions you want to come up with, it's a way to put it out there and get quick reactions from people. So Xander, you've done a great job putting that place together. I also found you through Echo Base originally. It's been a great migration over because we've been able to focus exclusively on TVC. So it's been great over there. And I did a whole deep dive on how March Madness has been going inside the Discord yesterday.
Yeah.
So all y'all need to get in there.
Yeah. Yeah. You were just like, hey, could you send me the old brackets? And I did. And then when you started seeing what you were posting, I was like, oh my God, dude, you're like John.
Yes, John.
Yeah, I need to catch up
when it comes to numbers.
Yeah. So shoot. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's great to have you guys here. So let's take a quick look at the chat here. I see a bunch of familiar faces. And let's see. Let's go back up and start here real quick. I see a super sticker from Joseph DJ9. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Let's see. And man, I let this go so long that it's going to take a while to find all these names. So everybody watching, thank you so much. We've got Sci-Fi Dude, Maxibius. Oh man, Tyler, did you post the link tree in here as well?
I did. It's pinned to the top of the comments.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate you. Kingdom of Weird is here. Heck yeah. All right. Sweet. So let's kind of move along. This tonight is a shorter show. It's entirely my fault. I had dumb real life stuff come up that made me have to push this back a little bit. So
dare you?
I know. Dude.
Work.
Yeah, I haven't been home. I was telling Miko the other day, I haven't been home before like 10 or 11 at night for very frequently at all the past month. And
my goodness,
dude, March is busy. Who knew? So
it's also the longest like business month of the year. There's no holidays and 31 days.
Oh yeah,
it's the end of the first fiscal quarter.
Yeah,
dude, I'm dying. I've got words for whoever came up with this schedule, and it's me. I did this to myself. But that's what you get for coming up with something like this when you're unemployed 6 years ago, and then you can't predict the future. So anyway, mail call wise, store hauls, recent acquisitions. Before we dive too much into the March Madness of it all, I did just want to mention a couple things. So yes, March is busy. It's been also busting our wallets as certain outlets have been busy sending us things. So last week we mentioned Entertainment Earth was shipping out the Poggle Lesser fan channel wave. I got mine Friday. I think John had his at the time of the stream. Yes, Tyler, you have yours, and Darth Xander, you showed me that you had them as well. Heck yeah! So those are arriving. Entertainment Earth is also shipping out the ATRT. I believe it's in stock there at the moment. A buddy of mine in Colorado found one at GameStop, but it was register locked. So
Tim put up what I believe is the first review on YouTube of the ATRT. Great review.
Yes.
Went into it very in depth and detail, and he loved it. He was speaking very highly about it. So go check it out. Boss Bounty on YouTube.
I'm incredibly excited for that. Yeah, I think I saw someone on Discord mention shame on him though for not popping a clone on there in his review to see what that looks like.
He did pop Mando on though, so
yes.
I'll give him that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the new Deluxe Mando, I should say.
Yes. I was going to ask if it was the Deluxe. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll touch on that figure in a sec, but EE is also shipping out the Merrick wave with some Mandalorian and Grogu figures. That's shipping out. Some folks have also actually found that at Walmart as well. Yeah. So again, you can find things in stores. That's wild to me.
Yeah, it's Maroc, not Galen Merrick, just to be clear.
Yes, sorry.
And not Maroc, Embo's dog.
Yes.
Yes, also true.
So I mean, yeah, for those counting at home, it's March. We're 3 months into. We're not even done with the third month of the year. We have 3 waves in hand, pretty much, and a vehicle and a deluxe. Yeah, so a bunch of stuff going.
All these shots I'm seeing of people like, oh, I found them at this Walmart here and this Walmart. I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous.
I did. I found
it.
this guy. I found the Deluxe Mando at Walmart last night. Miko, I saw that you had posted an unboxing. I think you went live in the Facebook group and did an unboxing. Did you do an OB-CAT on it?
I did not. It's kind of hard to do it now. They made the glue much stronger these days.
That's true.
So if I do it, it's usually because I'm cheating. But yeah, I opened him and he's awesome. So
the ones that I got, so I just have a couple notes here about it. So when I found it, I found the case on the pallet and drew the ire of a poor Walmart employee that was just like, dude, what are you doing? When I'm just like ripping it open. Looks like these are 4 per case. So it's half. So that should hopefully cut down on the peg warming of deluxes. So instead of a insane volume of a single character, it's more reasonable. Interesting. I saw that they also come with paper between the figures, so between the bubble and the opposing card back. So that should cut down on some bubble rub.
Very nice.
So that's good. And also, unlike GameStop and unlike Target, who doesn't want to sell you things, none of this stuff was register locked. So
yeah, so obnoxious. That God.
Good on Walmart. Good on Walmart. I'm just gonna. Everybody loves this, especially to the podcast audio only listeners. I love the ASMR of opening a figure. Open. Nice.
I was gonna do the same thing with these. Yeah, live unboxing here. Get my take on it.
So I'm not gonna bore you guys with too much about it, but I did just want to get Mando out and real quick. Not that I want to put my ugly mug and my grubby little gross collector fingers high up big. Here's the previous, most recent definitive release of Mando, and here's the deluxe one. You're not going to be able to see really great here the difference in the helmets, but I just got to say, in person, dude, this new torso without that elongated abdomen, so it's shorter abs, new helmet, looks great, dude. This looks great.
And that's where my eyes were drawn to first, was the fact that like he doesn't have that disjointed torso thing.
Yeah, and this cape is, dude, this is rad. I'm super
that
excited.
Was back when they were doing the torso cuts like with Lando, and we all like flipped out and we're like, it's gross, stop.
No, the worst offender for me is still that nasty like Return of the Jedi Han Solo, whatever.
Ooh,
like that mid-torso cut. Oh god, it's terrible.
Awful.
Now, what's worse, that barrel chest or his fat wrists on the new one?
I'm gonna go with the torso still.
Yeah.
Like I hate the fat wrist thing, but like I at least can like look past that a little bit. But
and you can bubble and pop those from something else too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So let's see.
Evan, I have one question on it. Do you think it's worth the deluxe price?
That's a whole can of worms that we could dive into talking about the pricing of these things.
It comes with 6 accessories. I mean,
there's a lot in this bubble. There's the jetpack, the pistol, the broadsword, which I have no idea what that's for, but I'm excited to find out. Another pistol, alternate hand, and the rifle, Grogu, a knife. So it's really just everything you need in one package for a definitive Mandalorian with definitive accessories, minus the little nub here for Grogu on the jetpack, but I'm sure we'll get him on the next one with a regular one. So
are all the accessories painted as well, or
yes, they are. Yeah, so
there's your paint hits for the deluxe pricing there.
Mm-hmm. The only one that doesn't is going to be that little knife is just one solid color, but everything else has deco. So that's nice, dude. I like this, and also again singing the praises of the deluxe card is now a proper size. So
does the I didn't look into it. I'm sorry, cut you off. Is the knife able to like sheath into his like boot or anything this time? Because I know that's something he does like in the show, but I don't think any of our 3 3/4 figures have been able to do that.
I don't see
anywhere
think
they
to
changed the legs at all, right?
The knife and the legs. The legs are the existing ones. So there's nowhere to sheath the knife. unfortunately.
The knife also has some kind of like, I don't know, people are saying bone chip on it or like some blaster effect or something on it. So it's got like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not like there's something obstructing on the
Oh
actual
yeah,
blade.
yeah. I see. There's like a little notch thing. This is too
First
tiny. I'm not going to show my fingernails up all close to the screen on that, but yeah.
Yeah, first I thought it was a defect in mine, and then I looked at the pulse photos, but it must be something either like a blast, like I don't know, it's something on there or part of the knife. But if I can just say for a minute, you know, I took some photos today and I kind of did a bunch of comparisons, and yeah, it's all of his proportions are very kind of realistic to the actual armor, right? His pauldrons are, you know, bigger. His armor is more detailed. The sculpting, even the signet is more detailed. His holster is more accurate to a holster. His belt has more just sculpting and shape to it. Even his arms, like from his upper or lower arm cut to his forearm, seems more just realistic and easier to from an engineering and articulation standpoint. It just all looks a lot more accurate. I think they may have taken notes right from, I think, the Black Series figure that they ended up resculpting or redoing from the ground up, because I think they had better right imagery or reference material to actually make a more accurate Mando. So even his helmet, the detail in his helmet is all crisper, more detailed, not just the scale of it. So
yeah,
it's pretty nice.
I'm pretty pleased, and I know before this came out, it's like I don't want another Mandalorian and Grogu fatigue and all that. But it's like, well, tough luck. There's a movie that it's named after them, so of course there's going to be a release of them. I think this was a smart way to do it. Is just like a one-stop, you know, just one definitive release here for them. You know, yeah, it's the deluxe price, not ideal. But at the same time, you know, I didn't think I needed another Mandalorian, but having this in hand, one, buying the main character of a movie and they're present on the poster before the movie comes out, again, didn't know that was even allowed. And yet here we are. So it feels good to have a little bit of that pre-movie hype, having a main character, the main characters, the titular characters. It's pretty rad. So I see Kingdom of Weird asking, does he still fit in the N1 cockpit? If I was home right now, I would double check, but I will get back to you on that. So
I think Mr. Miko might be about to check.
Okay, I hope so.
If that's what he's, yeah.
And then Darth Xander, I saw you had Veers out.
Yep,
Dude.
opened him. No, that's awesome.
It was the first one from the wave that I opened immediately.
Yeah, no, he's, I guess, first for me also. I didn't grab the Greedo or Snowtrooper Commander repacks. I'm not going to grab the Commander period. Greedo, I think, is next up for me because I'm not going to open the HasLab one. But yeah.
I still haven't opened the first release. I took a picture the other day. I think I sent it to either the Discord or maybe Tyler. I can't remember. But yeah, it's like I took a picture of the new Greedo next to the HasLab one and the new Snowtrooper Commander Commander next to the,
I saw that. And I think you didn't even open your previous ones. So
yeah, they're still all carded. And it's like, dude, I'm falling behind.
I haven't opened my HasLab Greedo, so this is, you know, new for me, basically. And it's a really beautiful figure.
Miko, looks like you've got him in the N1. Gorgeous.
He fits.
Gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Heck yeah. All right. I would love to keep talking about all this stuff because one, new figures are so exciting. We complain about not getting enough of them. So it's fun to talk about them. But time is a little short tonight. So we'll just kind of keep going here. Looks like you're going to be opening Poggle up there, Darth Xander. Nice. I think I'm going to do that. Not when I get home.
I just want to say one thing before we move on. For all those people who are like, I already had this from years ago, that my previous one's good enough. In no case with these three figures is your existing one good enough. I promise you need this new Veers, you need this new Poggle, you need this new Greedo. They're so good. They blow the old ones out of the water. I mean, I cannot rave about them enough. The quality and detail we're getting these days, just I gotta give it to the team as always. They do such a wonderful job.
Yeah, and I'm like to piggyback off of that. I know it doesn't show up very well on camera, but like the amount of paint hits on this thing alone makes me wonder like, how it's not deluxe or anything.
Yes,
I'm sure, of course, it's costed out, but
Ooh, Miko.
Yeah.
Miko, you have something?
Shock T too.
I agree to a certain extent, but then I started like looking at him, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of deco as it is, but when you start comparing it to the actual like the armor he's wearing and the gilded skirt thing, whatever it is, there is a lot more deco, and you're like, oh, it's okay, John. It's a mainline figure, just
like compared to the actual costume.
Missing.
Yeah, there's like green emeralds on the sides, and they're just not painted. There's a yellow and gold accents.
Is it trying to see if it'll maybe pick up on camera, but like there's like these little ridges here.
Yes.
Yeah, you can kind of
see
it there.
Those are supposed to be green emeralds, and there's even in the corners of the side pockets there with the red where there should be like hits of gold and anyways.
Yeah, I can see it. There's like some etching work on it, I think, that is unpainted here.
So you're saying that they should have added, instead of a new figure, a partial tool, and 2 straight repacks, it should have been a new figure with more deco and 3 straight repacks for a wave. I'm kidding. Don't get any ideas, Hasbro. If you watch this, just kidding. Psych, psych, psych.
Bring back the Saga collection.
For a 3 3/4 inch $20 figure, I think it's pretty damn good. It's not a Hot Toys figure. It's a vintage collection figure, and I'm pretty impressed with the detail.
Yeah. I mean, it could be more worse.
Detailed.
It could look like this. But... Could look like this guy in here. I mean, that looks pretty rough.
Oh man! For audio listeners, what pack is that?
This is the from the Clone Wars animated line. It's the titled Separatist Speeder with Geonosian Warrior, and it is an animated Geonosian. And I don't know, you guys, visual people, you be the judge. Which of these would you rather have? Some of the Discord folks are gonna get mad at me for this because we have some animation lovers there. Yeah, this is probably one of the less egregious animated figures to me, but realistic all the way. And I'm not going to open this until I get 10 more. But
and Miko, we did run that poll in the community, and I think the spread was about 80% to 20% of the preference for realistic only in TVC. So,
to keep things going, you said something was egregious. Speaking of egregious, there is something that actually is tomorrow coming. That wonderful knees. Mr. Obi-Wan himself is coming as Camtono Collectible Rights. I wish they didn't botch up Obi-Wan's legs. Otherwise, I could have ordered more sets. Yes, speaking of ordering that set, that is tomorrow. Shout out to Yakface for this image. I loved it so much. I wanted to feature it here. That is Walmart Collector Con. You can pre-order this or order this. Not quite sure. Tomorrow on Walmart at 10 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this set is imminent. That is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Utapau, and the 212th Airborne Trooper. So
the carded figures are conveniently blocking the knees.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've talked so much about those knees. that is maybe the saddest I've ever felt as a TVC collector, is seeing those knees. I don't think I've ever felt like I was kicked in the head more than when I saw those. Alas, I guess I'm still excited for it. But are you guys excited for it? Never mind me. Are you guys excited for this set?
Yeah.
Yes, because I need like 5 million Obi-Wans for like so many different displays. Like, yeah, the knee thing sucks. I'm right with you.
Yeah.
As soon as you pointed that out, I haven't been able to unsee it. So yeah, no, that part sucks. I think the other thing that I'm starting to not get tired of necessarily, I do wish that we, and of course they can do this down the road, but like I do kind of prefer the plastic tunics, lower tabards for the Jedi.
Yeah.
Especially for the first release, like the Ben Kenobi from A New Hope, for example. I think he would have benefited from kind of like what the Black Series did, where it's like the plastic for the first one. I get, that one probably needed to sit in the land speeder that they just put out as well, but like I definitely would like a second go at that with the plastic. And the same goes for this one.
Yeah, I double dip on those, and especially because these soft goods are also quite a bit too long on this guy, so that also makes his legs look even more wacky and disproportionate. So, yeah, I don't know. I could talk about that for a long time. I've said enough about it. So, but yeah, before we move on, is there anything else that you guys want to say about this set?
What time?
I mean,
I think 10 a.m. Eastern time. Yes.
Yep.
But it's Walmart, so who knows? That could be in the middle of the night. That could be right now while we're streaming. If so, someone let us know in the comments. Who knows? But they're saying allegedly 10 a.m. Eastern time, TBD. I think someone found peg space for it at their Walmart. So if you miss out on the online side, I think this is something that will hit stores too. So fear not. Yeah.
That would
I'm
be
curious
great.
to what that price will be. Right now it's showing $32.80, I think it is.
Yeah, that can't be right. So
don't warn them.
Don't
give them heads up.
Happy accidents. We like when things aren't right. Sometimes we don't like when the knees are messed up, but we like when the price is.
Or when Walmart drops it at 3 a.m. and then it's out of stock by the time it's supposed to go up.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you'll get a free pin with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, I never got that free pin on that one pre-order all those years ago.
I actually did. It's funny. I was cleaning out my collection. It's the May the 4th Darth Vader pin, right? That you're talking about?
It was a Grogu pin. It was a Grogu pin.
Was it Grogu? Okay.
Mando.
Was it with that first Mando and Grogu Deluxe?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember they did one. It was like a couple years ago where you could like submit a receipt for just any Star Wars pre-order from Walmart, and they would send it to you. It took like 3 months, I think, but I did end up getting those, and I ended up finding them again the other day.
Oh, nice.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I didn't realize they did anything else.
I don't remember that one.
My life is measured by pins that I didn't get, so. All right. So we got about 20 minutes before polls close. So I do just want to move through this, if this is all right, if we move on. Sorry to kind of keep things going. I could talk about this set for hours and hours, and you guys would just be mad at everything I have to say, or agreeing. Who knows? Let's see. So March Madness. You guys ready to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So when we last saw you guys, viewers, last Wednesday, we were closing out the round of 64. So then that brought us to, on Friday, the round of 32 matchups from the west side of the bracket competed. And here's the results for that. There was 1,506 votes cast. There were a couple upsets. Prevented Sweet Simaloo from being in the Sweet 16. So sorry, John. It's Johnny Mustache. Sorry to him. But you know what? Welcome to the show. All of our top ones are out. Boo-hoo. Let's see. Then that brought us to Monday, where we had the round of 32 East. There were also two upsets there, 1,575 votes. And then that brings us to the Sweet 16. So that's where these remaining 16 are going head to head. To repeat myself, those matchups are still open. Again, the link tree on the corner of this screen, that is linktr.ee/SWTVC. Tyler, would you mind throwing that in the comments again, or if it's pinned?
It is still pinned.
Perfect. So go do that if you haven't voted already. Don't wait. You only have 19 more minutes, 18 more minutes to get those votes in. Let's take a quick look at those matchups, and I will run through those. I'm a little sleep deprived. I don't know if you guys noticed based on my general terrible appearance, but then again, my reference point of good appearance is not much difference. So here we go. Bear with me. None of this is my finest work, but here we go. So first up is going to be number 1 seed Luthen Rail, and he's really railed the competition so far. He's going up against 17 seed Qui-Gon Jinn in this duel of the fates. Will Qui-Gon's focus determine our Elite 8 reality, or will Luthen deal him another noble end? Next up, I bet you were expecting me to make a joke about there being an echo in the room, but there's bound to be a better joke somewhere in this bad batch of segues. That's right. 9 seed Echo is up against the horny-headed 25 seed Savage Opress. Will the power of the dark side be enough to wreck the momentum of Clone Force 99? Or in this next matchup, will Clone Force 99 wreck the momentum of the rebellion? 4 seed Wrecker is throwing down with 13 seed Mon Mothma's Senate speech. Will Mon's truth be exiled from the chamber, or will she massacre Wrecker like the Empire did Gorman? The Bad Batch versus Andor face-offs don't stop there. 5 seed Tech is up against 12 seed and bracket first-timer Clea Markey. Will Tech find himself once again thrown into the abyss by yet another unconventional badass of the rebellion, or will he throw Clea's hopes of victory down the tubes? Tubes? 2 tubes. The 15 seed Tognath Mercenary is up against the number 2 seed C-3PO. Oh my. Oof. Could the partisan badass make Han Solo proud and shut up the protocol droid, or will 3PO saw his chances in half? You see where I'm going with that one. 10 seed Saw Gerrera is up against 26 seed Jedi Temple Guard. The Guard always seems to be a bit of a bracket favorite, but does he stand a chance at saving his dream against Saw, or will Saw throw him in a cell on Jeddah where he can keep another certain character company? That character is 14 seed Bodhi Rook, who is facing off against 30 seed EV99. Will Jabba's resident torturer, who is currently the lowest ranked character in the tournament still, be able to send Bodhi home, or will Bodhi prove to be too feisty for EV to handle? The last matchup of the day is a battle of Jedi with the initials PK. One is beloved, one is loathed. 6 seed Pong Krell continues to make his run at a comeback victory in the hopes of becoming the first repeat March Madness champion, but he'll have to get through 22 seed Plo Koon first in this Jedi power battle. Again, all of these matchups are still live until 11:59 p.m. Go vote at the link tree. 15 minutes, folks. So yeah, that's my spiel. Sorry, it wasn't as good as last week, but there we are.
No, there were some good ones in there.
Sweet. So real quick, I just want to let's do a lightning round going through these matchups and just say who we voted for, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
And we'll just go around consistently. We'll start with Miko. We'll go around. So in this first matchup of Luthen versus Qui-Gon, Miko, who you got?
I don't even remember who I voted for. I think I voted Qui-Gon because I was like, Luthen's gonna smoke probably everybody, so I'll just give some love to Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I was gonna say he won last figure standing, so he had a lot of momentum coming into this tournament.
Yeah, we'll see if it stays. I mean, I know last figure standing was kind of with, I think, Andor, right, going on with it, or soon after it, maybe a couple months after it. But
time is a flat circle, dude. I don't know.
It really is. But yeah, Qui-Gon.
Okay, Qui-Gon for you, Tyler.
Qui-Gon as well, because Luthen's a last figure standing champion. Although I don't know, well, it's possible he could be our first double champion for March Madness and last figure standing. We'll see. That would be interesting.
Yeah, this has been a year for firsts, so we'll see.
He was the number 1 seed going in, so
yeah. Darth Xander, how about you? Who are you picking?
So I'll preface all my choices with I pick what character would go with stuff that I already have or building out. So I went with Qui-Gon.
Yeah, smart. And Joseph.
I guess I'm the odd man out. I picked Luthen.
Yeah.
He's so cool. Yeah.
He's definitely one of my most wanted. I want Luthen so bad. I think the demand is there. So I'm falling into that trap of, do I think the message has been sent? I'm going to vote for Qui-Gon. I ended up voting for Qui-Gon. So, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. In this matchup, Echo versus Savage, who you guys got? Miko.
Savage.
Tyler.
Savage.
Darth Xander.
Savage, this was a tough matchup for me.
Yeah. Joseph?
Echo.
Echo? All right. And then theme on the second one is Joseph, you're the odd man out. We're going to bully you. I think I would for Savage as well. Joseph, and we will have time after we run through these matchups. Joseph, I know you did a deep dive. We touched on it earlier in the Discord. I would love to go over that here in just a sec once we get through these matchups. So some fascinating details that you caught. Next matchup is Wrecker and Mon Mothma. Let's reverse the order here. Joseph, who are you picking?
I think I'm the only person here with their number 1 seed still in the bracket.
Jealous.
I picked my number 1 seed of Mon Mothma Senate speech.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
Yep.
Darth Xander?
Wrecker.
Yeah. Tyler?
Mon. I want Mon Mothma so bad.
I'm so shocked you didn't pick a Bad Batcher.
Wow, that's surprising.
Miko?
Yeah, I thought the message is very loud and clear for Bad Batch, so I did not vote for any of them.
And
I
yet
love
they
Andor.
remain unmade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It's getting old, but I voted for Mon.
It sure is.
She stole season 2 in my opinion. So
Oh, so good.
Yep.
So good.
I'm also on the Mon train, so yeah. All right. Next up, Tech and Clea. Miko.
Clea.
Tyler.
Clea.
Okay. Darth Xander.
So I couldn't bring myself to vote for Clea for like other reasons we won't get into, of course, but I went with Tech.
Okay. Respect. Joseph.
She was lower on my list, but Clea.
Yeah. I also went with Clea. So
Probably the
she's
odd man
bracket
out
first
this time.
timer. So I was stoked to see her make the tournament and ranked so high. That was awesome. And she did well in last figure standing as well, right, Miko?
I was
Yeah.
shocked she made last
Yep.
figure standing.
Yeah.
I have to remember what round she eventually got cut in, but she did very well. I'll say too, like the Hot Toys tech, it's one of those I like see every now and then. I'm like, ooh, I want it. Kind of want him. I love all his gear and all that stuff. So I understand the cool draw for him.
Yeah, he'd be awesome. All right, this next one is probably a tough one for many. It is number 2 seed C3PO versus 2 Tubes. Joseph.
I want them both, but 3PO was on my list and 2 Tubes was not.
Yeah.
I will not be upset however this one goes.
Nice. Darth Xander.
It's got to be C3PO all the way for me. I think he's really like the only one in my top 5 that's even still on the bracket. So even though the message is tired, I'm voting C3PO again.
Yeah. Tyler.
I went with 2 Tubes. I think that Hasbro ought to know that we want and need 3PO, so I tossed my vote in a different direction.
Nice. Miko.
2
Yeah.
Tubes.
Good man.
2
Tubes.
Tubes. I mean, he's crushing it in the tournament against
he
everyone,
is.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's punching above his weight.
He did last year too, didn't he? Shockingly well. I feel like.
maybe.
I might be wrong, but I feel like
I just
he
think
did
the
really
message
well.
has been sent again on 3PO. I know we still don't have one.
Yeah.
but
It's as I think John said Johnny Mustache said on last week's. I hate that you guys got me saying Johnny Mustache and it's dumb. He said last week where it's like message received, but figure not received. So, so I did go for 2 Tubes though, but yeah, again,
That's a legendary line. It really is.
Shame on you, Hasbro, for doing Return to Tatooine and the A New Hope mains and not doing C3PO. That was wild choice.
And using that garbage C3PO for the photography.
Yeah. Oh, that was mean, especially when it was just that little
Yep.
blurry look. Oh well.
Yep.
All right. Next matchup: Saw and the Jedi Temple Guard. Miko.
Saw. I mean,
Yeah.
Rogue One. Come on, Andor.
Tyler.
I can't remember who I voted for here, honestly.
What does your heart tell you?
I think I voted for the Temple Guard just because, we've all made so much noise about Rogue One, but I can't remember. I would take either one. It doesn't really matter.
Same. Darth Xander.
Yeah, for me, same thing. Coin flip. I went with Jedi Temple Guard. I'd buy more of them than I would Saw. So
That's true. Yeah,
Agreed.
that's true for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, Joseph.
I also can't quite remember. I think I did Jedi Temple Guard as well.
Nice. It was a coin toss for me. The deciding factor was who had the lightsaber. That makes my heart go fast.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Next matchup: Bodhi Rook versus EV99. Joseph.
Bodhi, he's the last one. Got to complete the crew.
Complete the team. Let's do it.
And you know what? If they do EV99, I don't think he's going to get the little podium stand that the Power of the Force one had.
Yeah, or elbows probably.
Probably not.
Yeah, Darzander.
I voted EV99, although the one that I'm voting for includes elbows. So if you can't give me that, don't give me the figure. Don't want it.
Miko seems to co-sign that one.
Do it right or don't do it at all. Amen.
Yep. Tyler.
I voted for Bodhi because I got beef with Evie because she knocked out the Praetorian. I'm mad about that.
It's a revenge vote.
It was.
Yeah. Miko, how about you?
Come on, I'm a Return of the Jedi whore. So give me EV99.
Yeah. I would expect no less from you, and I appreciate the consistency. God bless you.
I am what I am. I am what I am.
Hey, man, that's what this is all about, is just accepting who we are and loving what we love. So Bodhi, for me, he was on my top 25. Next round, final matchup.
And I should say I did have Bodhi in my top 25.
Yeah.
But I did vote for EV99, who was not.
Yeah. That's okay.
It happens.
That's allowed. We're allowed to change our minds, or again, like as the tournament shakes out, kind of, make adjustments to our strategy and priorities.
Safely say that, there's one more to complete the crew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on this last one, Pong Krell versus Plo Koon. Miko.
Oh, Plo Koon. Forget Pong.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tyler.
I think I voted for Plo on this one.
Correct.
I think.
Xander?
I can't remember.
Down with Pong Krell. All hail Plo Koon.
And Joseph.
Pong, figure not received.
Yep.
True.
And see,
True.
For me, I
There
think
goes the Plo sweep.
I went for Plo because of Battle of Geonosis, wanting that, thinking his tooling could be more usable for other things as well. Looking at it from that lens, I do want Pong very, very much. But I did fall into the trap of sent the message, but maybe we'll revisit that if he makes it again next year, still without a figure made. So then as we get away from his victory, the more I might start putting him back on my priorities. So. Okay, so that was the matchups, gang. Joseph, we have 5 minutes until I'm going to close the polls. You're not on a hard time limit, but what you got? You've been doing a deep dive here on some stuff.
Oh my God. I love doing number stuff. Like, I love going way deep into things and tearing it apart, saying, what is the history? How did we get to where we are? And something I've observed over March Madness's past is usually when we get to the Elite Eight, that is when we start getting things from Hasbro. And they start saying, this is something that is probably going to come down the pipe. But then I had Evan send me the past charts, and I looked at the top 10s as well. So from the past, regarding the Elite Eights, for 2021, 7 of the 8 Elite Eights have been made. The only one missing is Savaja Press, who was the 54th seed that year. He's moved up a lot in seeding, but 7 of the 8 are done. 2022, all 8 Elite Eights have been made. 2023, all 8 Elite Eights have been made. The last one knocked out was Ventress from last year. 2024, there are 3 left that have not been made. Wrecker, Echo, and Pong Krell. Pong Krell is interesting because he is outside the top 10. He was the 15th seed. Wrecker and Echo were in the top 10. 25, there are 5 left from the Elite Eights still to be made. 4 of those 5 are in the top 10. Luthen, Echo, Tech, and Wrecker. And then the 5th one being Mara Jade, who is the 17th seed. So regarding Elite Eights, That's what, 7, 8 characters over 5 years left out of a possible 40. They are clearing it out pretty well. But then when you look at top 10s, just in terms of seeding, this is when it really starts getting cleared out. I did not go back to 2021, 2022. I feel confident those top 10s are cleared out at this point. Or, 2021 especially, there was such a small sample group that we had in. I just don't think maybe that data is as usable as from 2023. Top 10 figures, 9 out of 10 have been made. Guess which one's missing? Luthen, who is at the 7th seed. Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Count Dooku, Han Solo, A New Hope Obi-Wan, Cobb Vanth, Director Krennic, Grand Inquisitor, Baze Malbus. All done. 2024, again, 9 out of 10 have been made. The missing one? It's Luthen again at number 6. Balin Skull, Farm Boy Luke, Shin Hati, the Tonica Sisters, Episode 3 Anakin, Baze Malbus, A New Hope Obi-Wan, Snowtrooper, and Moma Nadon. All done. So Luthen is now on his 4th year in the top 10.
And
Still
rising
not
each
done.
time.
And rising. 2025, half of the figures that were in the top 10 last year are done. We have received number 1 Stranger, number 3 Crosshair, number 5 Baze Malbus, number 7 Asajj Ventress, and number 9 Ariel Shoes. The 5 that are missing were number 2 Wrecker, number 4 Luthen, number 6 Tech, number 8 Echo, and number 10 3PO. So, again, that's just a really quick rundown. So when we look at what we have this year in March Madness, among our top 10s, 6 of the 10 are new, are ones we've seen before. 4 of these characters have never made the top 10 before. Pong Krell, Peli Motto, Simalu, and Saw Gerrera. They've never been top 10 seeded. They're here for the first time. And of course, of those top 10, we've seen 3 of them leave the tournament. Sim and Peli got eliminated. Baze had his own thing came up. He got eliminated for the best reason.
Yes.
So with that, that's most of the numbers. I'm trying to think if there's anything else really to pull away. But I mean, really, Hasbro is pulling our top 10s. They are pulling our Elite 8s. They're saying this is what's advancing. We maybe should go do that.
And every once in a while too, they'll do something that like didn't even get that high. Like for example, what comes to mind
Carson
is like Carson Teva, Geonosis Padme. Like they never advanced that far into the tournament, to my memory, and they still got made. Shot T as well. I'm sure there's other examples, but
so the main thing I've taken away looking at this information we've had is if I'm Steve Evans or Chris Reif, Luthen is screaming out more than the Bad Batch. Like we always say, oh, get the Bad Batch off of here. We're tired of seeing them. It's because there's 3 of them. That's why we say it. But Luthen is so much more egregious in what his pattern has been, showing up over and over and over and advancing. Followed by Wrecker and Echo, and then Tech, and then C-3PO after that. And by the way, when we're talking about Elite 8s, 3PO has never made the Elite 8. There are several of the characters going into this matchup that I know the Bodhi EV99, that is absolutely giving us someone that has never advanced this far before. That's going to be a new Elite 8 person. There are other matchups that could provide new things that we've never seen, but only 4 of these, is it 4? I think only 4 of these characters have ever made the Elite 8 before. Pong Krell, Wrecker, Echo, Tech, and Luthen. So 5.
It's good to see. And then, it's just, there's a lot of consistency in the stuff that we're asking for over and over again too. Miko, last figure standing. Where did Luthen rank in that?
You mean like overall?
Yeah, was he the first like top seed?
I'm pretty sure he was overall. I have it open right here. I must have filtered on something, but I'm pretty sure he was number 1. I'm yeah, Luthen, 3PO, Baze, Quamir.
Baze was number 3 seeded for this year too.
Yeah.
And then of
Yeah,
course
so those top 3 were pretty similar. So
very consistent data. Very consistent.
Very similar. They were exactly the same with March Madness.
Yeah. There are some nuances with things, you know, I
sure.
think because of rankings and stuff like that we don't do. But I think a lot of it is pretty in sync. Obviously, we don't do like a head-to-head matchup, but
that's what's so interesting about it is that even though we have different methods, they still ended up being the same. You know what I mean?
some were not. Like, for example,
yeah.
I don't want to crush Evan's dreams, but like Ben Solo, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
24 versus 44.
People
like
assert that. with very strong confidence that I am bad and wrong, and that nobody wants that. So,
and Tyler, that's a good thing to say. Is I'm glad we're measuring it different ways and still coming to the same information. It's good that we're doing different tournaments, getting data in different formats, because then we can say, here it is measured this way, here it is measured this way. No matter what we say, Luthen comes out on top.
Right. I agree with that. I think you look at the top 50, you can say they pretty much are very close to aligning, right? Yeah. And then as you whittle that down, right, it's pretty close.
Right.
And, you know, I just want to say 2 things real quick about that. First of all, I was a little grumpy on Bantha Skull today because I'm so tired of the Bad Batch, like being in like the Elite 8 and the Final 4, just year after year sabotaging this tournament because it just ends up being the same every time. And it's like, Hasbro, my God, can you take a hint? Good Lord.
Right. It's almost like you want to take Bad Batch and Luthen and put them on like a shelf and say, make these. Let's do the rest of this polling without this and see what else.
Don't forget C-3PO. I'm tired of asking for him. I want him.
But at the same time,
he's never advanced.
You feel like you can't take it out because then you're taking away the community's voice when you do that. So I don't want to do that. But it's like it just becomes so predictable that it's like frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
But thanks to Joseph's data here, I have to say I'm very humbled, and it's undeniable the progress that they've made. I mean, the data's there. It just is, you know. And also, you know, we get a lot of comments about like, the people voting in March Madness are like only the Instagram, you know, voters or only the Instagram people, and it's like, first of all, we reach out to every little corner of the community that we can possibly find.
Representatives of those corners are here with us today.
Are right here with us.
Yeah.
So that's number 1, is we make a very deliberate effort to get every piece of the community represented. Even websites that, you know, may have lost some of their luster over the years. You know, we'll just say that. But, you know, we do try to get everyone's readers and followers, right? And again, like the results are very similar to last figure standing. So I don't know why people continue to say these things, but
Miko, looks like you've been wanting to chime in.
Sorry.
Yeah, go for
it. I guess for me, right, it's like if there was more investment in the line, right, we would see some of these other figures we've been, I think, clamoring for come through. I have a lot of thoughts with this, right, because it comes down to what are the themes are they doing? What's the world building they're trying to do? What I know some anniversaries have been missed. Are they trying to? Yeah, are they trying to touch on some anniversaries? you know, like, because right, this year's the 10th year of Rogue One, right? Like I said, some have been missed. We know that. But then I think it also becomes, you know, 80, I think it's like 80 or 78% of this line, usually every year, is partial tools, repaints, and reissues. And what can we make with this, right? You know, so I think some things are chosen because they can make, you know, they can make an ATRT driver, or you know, they can make certain other figures from it, and they kind of get moved along faster, right? I don't know if they can make anything else out of Luthen. I'm not saying that's not why they're doing him. I think they're concerned that there's not enough world building maybe around Luthen. I believe me, I'd love his ship and his speeder as well. I think that would be
I think these
amazing.
are definitely factors, man. Yeah, for sure.
So it's these other factors that, you know, we think, as we all know, things are very limited, but what, you know, is the juice worth the squeeze when we make this? Right?
I was complaining about how Pong, you know, won 2 years ago now and still has yet to materialize, and Wampa Stompa on Bantha Skull made a good comment, and he was like, well, they're probably like trying to figure out how to get him into the line because he's huge. He's got all these extra limbs and joints and, you know, articulation and stuff. He's got does he have 2 lightsabers or 4 lightsabers? I can't remember.
He has
That's a
2
lot.
double bladed.
Okay, 2 double 2 double bladers, right. In any case, it's a big figure, a lot of articulation. How do you squeeze that into a little bubble, you know, on a standard size card back, even if you make it at the deluxe price point? Does that even work for that expression size, right? So like, okay, I kind of get why they're kind of dragging their butts on this. Like, they're probably trying to figure out, how do we offer this figure? Like, do they have to make a whole unique expression for this one figure, you know, since they did away with like boxes and stuff? I don't know.
That's kind of the thing I've been thinking on as well, because it's like, for one, you're not going to get any reuse out of him. There's no way. Even if like we're talking about gauntlet arms or whatever, he's much thicker than, you know, any of the other Jedi, so you can't use that. And also, I think the other thing, you know, the Hasbro often does talk about the you know, the budgetary constraints with their figures, you know, that comes up from time to time. And Pong Krell, like, you know, he's got 4 arms. He's got, you know, he's bigger, all new tooling. He's got the double bladed lightsabers, all that. Like, to me, there's already more costs associated with that just from, you know, the nature of the actual character. Like, I don't see them being able to do that within the $28, you know, expression, like you said. Not to mention, you know, on the card, like, what's that going to look like? Is it going to be like the elongated bubble? Is it going to look silly? You know?
Yeah.
This is also Pong's first year in the top 10. So he may have won the tournament, but he's never been seeded this high.
Yeah.
Now he's broken that seeding threshold.
And since we're past the 2-year point now of him winning, we're at the 2-year point and he still hasn't materialized. It's people being like, okay, reprioritize, like, we need to keep asking. I understand that. So, okay. I did close the polls about 10 minutes ago. I do just want to put a button on that. Joseph, thank you so much, dude, for like going through and doing that deep dive. Means a lot. It's when other people have to do it, it means I don't have to do it. And I love that very much for me.
No, that was excellent, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
it. That was really excellent. Thanks for doing that. That was great.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And as I mentioned to you guys before the stream too, where something that we've talked about, you know, where, you know, the things aren't necessarily causation for when things get made, because part of this whole thing as well is not only seeing where the community priorities lie and where they overlap, but sometimes getting a gauge on where our priorities and Hasbro's priorities seem to match up and link up. So they may have things in development that are things that we're asking for. They already know that, you know, they're anticipating or they're seeing that we want these things. So yes, it's not causing, but, you know, it's a whole thing. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. So anyway, we have 109 folks watching still. It is 11 minutes past midnight in Eastern time. So everybody watching, 111, thank you so much for being here on a Wednesday night. It means a lot. Again, thank you guys for being here. It's awesome. I love seeing it. So without further ado, let's go and look at how today's matchups shook out. So I'm just going to pull up the bracket. All right. So today closed with 1,612 votes.
Nice. Was that our high? Because I remember we got 16-11 before.
Yeah, that was a jump.
We beat
up,
it by
so,
one.
Yeah, we've been staying pretty consistent this tournament. It's good, and it's still consistent with last year as well. So we didn't see like a huge drop off, all that fun stuff. So that's encouraging to see too. Okay, in the first matchup, number 1 Luthen Rail versus 17 Qui-Gon Jinn, with 62.7% of the vote. That's 1,011 votes. Luthen Rail. Yep. So he's advancing to the Elite 8.
Yep. Blowout.
Nice.
Jeez.
Echo, number 9 Echo versus number 25 Savage Opress. This was a little closer, with 52.8% of the votes, 851 votes. Echo is going to the Elite 8. Okay. Wrecker versus Mon Mothma. So this is number 4 Wrecker versus number 3 Mon Mothma Senate speech.
I can't watch.
This one was 815 votes to 797 votes. So that's what, 18 vote spread?
Ooh. Yep. Very close.
Advancing to the Elite 8 with 50.6% of the votes. Wrecker is going
Wow.
to the Elite 8.
That's going to upset a lot of people.
That was close. That's a hell of a run for Mon Mothma, I would say.
What were their overall rankings?
Mon Mothma was number 13, and losing by 18 points to the number 4 seed Wrecker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you're in the top 10 next year.
Yes.
Comments.
Tyler,
All right.
we're going to hear about that on Bantha School tomorrow.
I feel.
yeah.
I feel like
this isn't my fault.
No, the people have spoken.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you guys think though someone like a Mon Mothma, like because the show is, it's going to pass more and more time, is going to kind of have less demand? No,
I don't know.
Not in her case, because of the nature of her position in the rebellion and her character. Like, she's the leader of the rebellion, so that's kind of like an evergreen character, like Leia.
Reusability of parts across multiple appearances, multiple medias, and multiple eras. So
I was going to say, I think it may.
And that
like,
speech was so
specific
iconic too.
Looks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, for specific looks, I could see, the decline possibly happening as people kind of want, like, the Andor Rogue One Return of the Jedi type look. Maybe that goes up because people think they can get multiples out of one. But, but yeah. I mean,
So in the last 2 tournaments, I had Chancellor Mon Mothma on my list instead of Andor. She showed up in Ahsoka Season 1 in a uniform that looks a lot like that Senate speech uniform. If she shows up again in Ahsoka Season 2, like, she will keep going because she's going to keep showing up, hopefully.
I think it's very likely that she will,
And then I said that uniform she has for Chancellor looks a lot like that Senate speech uniform.
Heck yeah. That's a good catch. Okay, next matchup. Number 5 Tech versus number 12 Clea Markey. This one was another one that was pretty close. The winner was with 829 votes to the losers 783. Bad Batch sweep. Tech is going to the Elite 8. So
wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh man.
All right.
Echo.
Yes.
Echo.
Okay. Next up. Number 2 C3PO versus number 15 Two Tubes. The winner with 875 votes, which is 54.3% of the votes. First upset of the day, Two Tubes is advancing to the Elite 8.
What? Oh,
Wow.
rigged.
See?
Wow.
Hang in there,
C-3PO
guys.
just-
Sometimes good things.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
See,
guess the
now
community-
the
That's
people have
wild.
spoken, but the people can be wrong.
Desire, yeah, passion versus demand.
Desire and
Uh-oh.
demand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's
See,
talk
but
about
how
that
many
later.
two tubes would you all buy? Genuinely, come on now. How many C3POs are you gonna buy? You'll buy at least a case.
Yeah,
True. It's true.
yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one. That's a fun one. Okay, next
If
match.
that's the case, though, Xander, then we'd just get troop builders for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that
okay.
so bad? No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Oh, Tyler, that is bad for you financially, dog. Take
Yeah, it's true.
break.
It's true. I need a break sometimes. Good Lord.
All right. Next
Killing
matchup
me
is
here.
number 10, Saw Gerrera versus number 26, Jedi Temple Guard. The winner with 846 votes, which is 52.5% of the votes in this matchup, Saw Gerrera, continuing
Wow. Yep.
continuing on to the Elite Eight. All right. Next matchup was a little more decisive. 917 votes versus 695 votes. So this is number 14, Bodhi Rook versus number 30, EV99. The winner with 56.9% of the votes is Bodhi Rook.
Damn.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I expected that. I think the Bays push is really helping Bodhi along here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
mad about that. I just, I mean, that's
There's probably so much reuse for Bodhi Rook too. I mean,
Yep.
that outfit.
I forget who it is that did it, but I'm pretty sure you can get like a TIE pilot out of it.
The Jin,
some other,
Jin
like,
Urso
Imperial
and the-
technicians.
Yeah.
Yeah, Imperial technicians, all that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
in
that.
Skylo 3D's Patreon, and he has Bodhi for so many overlays. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, last matchup of the day. This one was decided by 32 votes, if my math is correct.
Oh,
So this is number 6, Pong Krell versus number 22, Plo Koon. Yeah, number 6, Pong Krell with 32 votes advantage. 822 votes to Plo Koon's 790. Pong Krell's
That's
advance.
pretty close, though.
Yeah.
That's
it's a
impressively
pretty
close.
respectable thing given like how Pong Krell usually dominates like a full sweep. It's not
Yeah.
even close usually. So
Yeah, that was a close
Plo
one.
gave a good run for his money.
There were some close matchups today. And again, worth saying for the umpteenth time, it's not about what you don't want. It's predicated on we want it all. It's which would you like to see first? So just that kind of
Plo
thing.
all the
So,
way.
Oh, somebody said Tubes is going up against Saw.
I was just about to
that's
say,
rough.
we're gonna look at this real quick. So in the Elite Eight, well,
man.
we've got Luthen going up against Echo. Then we will have
boy.
Wrecker going up against Tech. So at least one batcher won't be making it to the final four.
Good.
But one will.
Yes.
Oh, one will.
Then up on this side, Two Tubes versus Saw. Yes.
What?
Then over
That's a
here,
rough one.
Bodhi Rook versus Pong Krell.
Oof.
That's gonna be an interesting one to watch.
Yes.
Come on, guys. Bodhi sweep. Let's go.
Yeah.
Get
So
your
those will
votes
be-
together.
Those matchups will be on Friday. That is March 20th, and that will begin at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, and voting will wrap up at 11:59 p.m. on that day as well. So I will say again, every March Madness voting day is that same schedule, Monday, Wednesday through Friday. But guys, we only have this coming Friday, coming Monday, and a week from today, Wednesday. It's all over. So we're in the home stretch.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to say super quick, I know a lot of people, as we get towards the end here and almost everyone's horses have, bit the dust, a lot of people feel like they want to drop out of voting because they're not invested anymore. Please continue to participate. Please continue to vote. At least vote for what you think would sell better or be better for the line. Like, continue to input your opinion, even if it's not something that you would personally buy. Please continue to participate because it's, your voice matters, your data matters. So not to, count you as a number per se, but it's helpful.
Yes.
I've been a number in my life before, believe me. So,
So yes, here's the schedule. Elite Eight Friday, Final Four Monday, championship there. And I will just remind you guys real quick, live stream coverage. One more of these left, Wednesday, 3:25 at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And there may be something special happening to that, God willing. We're trying to make the stars align here. We're trying to make it special. We'll see what happens. So, sweet.
Good stuff. Good
All
stuff.
right. So before we wrap it up, I just want to go around the room real quick for last words. And if there's anything, you know, where folks can find you, if there's anything else you guys want to leave viewers with, Miko, start with you.
Give me some more glups, Hasbro. That's all I got. We need the glups too. No, thanks for having me. It's been a good time. Curious to see what shakes out. Does get tiring seeing the same characters over and over, but it just shows, you know, that demand. So
yeah. I did link to the Facebook group in the description of this video, so make sure if you are not a member of that group, do so. If you do Facebook, get in there. It's fun stuff, good stuff. So appreciate you, Miko, and thank you again. Just 3 more days of keeping up with these matchups, and then you're free again for another year, or at least until Last Figure Standing comes around, and maybe we can return the favor a little bit. So cool. Joseph, how about you, man? Where can folks find you? You know, last thoughts.
Last thoughts. Andor and Rogue One, they made up 6 of the 16 Sweet 16 spots. Would have been 7 if Baze hadn't been eliminated. I believe, was it Melshi's the only character from that media that had gone out from voting. So having this much Andor, Rogue One, and what, we got 3 of them advancing into the Elite 8. So there's a message being sent, Hasbro. It may not be a very toyetic media, but people want those characters in their displays. I can believe Luthen and Clea went to the cantina. I could get them in an alcove very easily.
That's the spirit.
Exactly. So anyway, yeah, there is definitely an Andor Rogue One message being sent in our tournament at this moment. As for where to find me, join Xander's Discord. I'm in there. I frequent Reddit. I hop in on John's Facebook group and see what's going on there. I got all the socials. Twitter, but it's not very action figure oriented. But I'm anywhere. You can find me under any of these names.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Darth Xander?
So you can find me at the Instagram handle here. I'm not as active with posting as I maybe would like to be, but I am active on Instagram. Most active, of course, is the Vintage Collective Discord that I run and own. Run with lovely folks like, you know, Joseph here, who helps keep everything running in there. And yeah, so we'd love to have you guys there if you want to join in. I saw, you know, some folks come in, you know, during the stream, so I'm glad to have you, including Mr. Glup Shitto Enjoyer over here. So no, it's awesome. I'm glad to get the good word out there, and I'm glad to have anyone who wants to join.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. And then Tyler, I mean, you've got your handle. We've got our handles here. We're both at SWTVC as well.
I just want to say thanks again to our guests here for joining, and Joseph and Xander for all you do in your corners of this community. Obviously, Miko is what. Come on, man. You run like a massive, goes without saying.
We don't need to thank you. You know.
You do, no, but in all seriousness, thank you all for everything that you do in your corners of this community, and for joining us here. You two for the first time. It was so great to have you guys on, and you know, your contributions to this conversation were great. So
heck yeah.
Yeah, nice meeting you both.
Sweet.
Yeah,
all right,
likewise.
so before I do the sign off here, I'm just gonna let you guys know, since you're newcomers here, just I'll end once I end the stream, you guys just hang back and we'll say goodbye after that. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. I've just got a little spiel here. So again, follow everybody here. Follow all the groups here. Also, if you're not already and you do Instagram, at SWTVC on Instagram is our home for all of this stuff for March Madness. That's where you can stay totally up to date on everything. But we are also putting all the resources into the link tree as well. You don't need Instagram for that. So anyway, just a reminder that while we're not at all affiliated with Hasbro in any way, they do pay attention to these community events, and the more data and participation we can get, the better. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. It's something I sent to the Discord chat earlier. Xander, this will be familiar to you and Trower Man. I was too lazy to rewrite it for tonight's show. I'm busy. Okay, cut me some slack. I thought it just bears repeating, though. So the fact of the matter is that even if you or I don't personally want or like or care much about something, we collectively as a community want it all. The mains, the shittos, the weird, everything in between. We just simply are stuck in a frustrating space where the line doesn't necessarily have enough budget behind it to meaningfully cover it all. And that leaves at least one contingent of folks dissatisfied or feeling left out with each release. But we want it all. And going back to the beginning of March Madness, that's what this is all about. Having these exact conversations that we're having right now, that you guys are all having on Instagram, in the Facebook group, on Discord, on Reddit, everywhere. Yakface, shout out to him. He's been posting everything on his website. I can't believe I forgot to say that. The comment threads there. Bantha Skull, Rebel Scum forums, I believe, everywhere. If I forgot to mention you, it's not an intentional slight. I'm just crosswired here. So these conversations are good. Celebrating what we love, spreading the good word, showing that we want more, and it ain't always the obvious stuff. So thank you to everybody out there that is making space for this, that is participating, voting, engaging, watching. You keep those convos going and keep voting. So voting again resumes at 12:01 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, March 20th. That again will be at the Linktree. You can find that at all these places from all these wonderful, wonderful people. And thank you again. All right, so that'll do it for another installment of the SWTVC show Nights, March Madness edition, whatever we call this crap. As always, gang, keep 375 alive, back TVC, vote in TVC March Madness, and may the force be with you. Thank you all for watching.